We should come up with some Shakespearean Yo Mama jokes.
Some Shakespearean what?
Yo Mama jokes.
I have a copy of the Shakespeare's Insult book at home. Basically,
I want to do a...
they took literally every...
This is Emma Wilkinson, and she, of course, was both Diana and Spetoli and Cello. And this is your second production with WSF.
It is, yes. I'm so happy to be called to do this project. For the first project, it's like I, earned my keep. So that's great, and this has been really fun. This show, this piece of theater has so much promise. It's really fun to play those characters.
And how was it being able to play both of your parts, the Diana and the other two males?
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I think those two scenes are very different for Diana, since she's the constant character, so it was really fun to sort of explore her two sides, kind of, her playfulness and her sort of longing and yearning for Spetoli. And then again, the guys, I mean, they're two very different guys. Their identities are already sort of, ambiguous, I guess, as their characters. And so being able to play two very different identities who are simultaneously hiding secrets is a challenge for an actor, but really fun to do. It adds a lot of depth and dimension. So yeah, it's super fun and fun to work with Linh. This is the third time we've actually worked together.
Third time with Linh.
Yeah, it's great. Yes, fabulous. Yeah, love working with Linh. It's awesome.
Any words to our sponsors?
Can't thank you enough. Couldn't be possible without you. And unfortunately, we live in a time and place where the arts are kind of fallen by the wayside as far as funding, as far as social importance, at least as perceived kind of a whole. Obviously for us, social importance is massive. And so thank you so much for allowing us to continue our art.
Thank you very much, Linh.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Gareth Davis. He was our second cameraman. And any thoughts on the production, Gareth?
Any thoughts?
Yeah. Do you have thoughts?
I don't have thoughts at this point. I haven't had enough caffeine to have thoughts.
Did you have a good time?
Yes. I always have a good time when I'm doing something creative.
And Gareth and I have known each other
since 1984. Well, actually 83.
That's a long time. And we sing together in a group called Kelchek, and we've done performances, and we did a Robin Hood, and he was Little John.
Of course.
And we forgot the fight choreography once, or I forgot my part of the fight choreography, and I stood up when I shouldn't have, and he almost killed me, but it was so real. All right, well, anyway, Gareth was our second cameraman, and very much appreciate it. And would you like to say a word of thanks to the funders for this?
Fundraisers are a necessity in situations like this, and so we are very, very thankful to those people who have contributed.
Yay.
Okay, I'm recording. So, Mr. Smith, director, producer, writer of this play, one brain behind the whole effort. What are your thoughts on today's work?
This is the play that I wrote many years ago as an experiment to see how long it would take to write out about 1,700 lines of iambic pentameter just as a bulk project. And then as I got into structuring the piece using Shakespearean tropes, shipwreck, women dressing up as men, people, smart servants and less than smart masters being shown up by their smarter than they are servants. So a little bit of magic, a little bit of people falling in love instantly. And then the script was written, and then I realized it was more than just an exercise, it actually could be acted. And then I had some read-throughs and some very great input from other actors, and then we might have actually having a single voice production of it done by Alex Hyde White. It's available on Audible. But I've always hankered to have production of some sort, actually actors acting it. Because that's the third leg of the triangle of fire of theater, is that you have the wood, the fuel is the script, the air is the audience that breathes life into it when people see it. But the heat comes from the actor. He brings in their own fire. And that I hadn't had yet. I hadn't really had that in a practice performance yet. People read it through, but not actually dug it in, memorized it, and give it to heart. And these two came along, and we worked together in the production we did last year, which is still being edited. And I said, let's do this. And we crowdfunded it. And thank you very much to our dozen different backers who gave us money to be able to pay people decently. And we're going to pay for the editors. And to see it, the strangest thing that I experienced in doing this is I felt completely disassociated from the lines. I didn't feel at all I was hearing you guys say the lines. I remember when I wrote that. I'm hearing my heart. No, it was just like you guys had lines. And I was hearing them, and they were lines, and they were making sense, and your actions and reactions were like, wow, this is really good. And oh yeah, it's mine. But I didn't really feel like I was part of that loop anymore. It's like I gave birth to it, maybe because one, it was a few years ago, but two, I didn't really feel like I was giving you the lines anymore. You just had a script and you were doing it, and then I was having the pleasure of capturing it. Somehow it'd be, someday, I'm hoping that this would get done on the stage in a full production. But I like the fact that we did it with gender neutral. We had two women playing two men and a woman, the same woman but two different men, and I think that worked out well. I'm glad we did that. Washington Shakespearean Festival is very much about getting an actor to play the part, and an actor should be able to play any part. And it doesn't matter if you have a black Desdemona and a white Othello. And if they're male and female switched, it's just whoever is going to play the part best. And I'm very pleased with how you guys brought my parts to life, and just it seemed new and fresh. And I wonder where this script came from. I'm hoping that's a good sign. So thank you very much to our sponsors. Thank you very much to our audience. And please, we hope to have a Patreon account up soon to see more of these short videos and takes on Shakespearean era and Shakespearean influence works. So, bless you.
All right. Thank you. Yay.
This is Linh, Poole.
Yes.
And so this is your second production with WSF.
Yes.
The first one is, even though it's a year old in the can, it's still being edited, I guess. Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah.
But that one you didn't get to speak, and now your voice is heard.
Yes, that's right. That was interesting because I now get to express myself. So that was cool. And also playing a male character, that's something new for me. So yeah.
You're pretty butch.
Yes.
I guess that's the proper term.
Yeah.
But what thoughts did you have about working on this script where you're the first actor who's ever been recorded in either of those roles, you and Emma?
Yeah, I think it just was really interesting. You're playing three characters in two scenes, and I get to hear the perspective, I get to speak those lines and then also hear them spoken to me, and so that's really cool. So
it's an interesting technique that I could see using it in different theatrical things where look at your Ophelia, now you play Hamlet, and see what this actor does in the part that you have or whatever. But it worked well here.
Yeah.
I think it was an interesting challenge to see how you each brought out different aspects.
Yeah. It also helps you understand the scene even better because you study the character from both sides.
And then this was, of course, crowdfunded. We went through Kickstarter and we got our funding.
Yes.
So would you have a few words that you'd like to give to our funders?
Thank you so much for believing in us and supporting the arts, supporting our project. It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much, Linh.
Yeah.
So, Megan, our customer, what did you think about this entire enterprise?
I think it went well. I think it went really well. There's a lot of good shots, and I'm feeling good about it. The costumes worked out splendidly. Splendid lines, all kinds of good stuff. I think we got a lot of good work.
And then, so where did you find the costumes? Which I know the answer to, but
We went thrifting. We actually found the costumes in Value Village in North Seattle. I did one flat gown needed a little bit of repair, but that was, a couple of stitches here and there. But every piece, except for the hats. GregRobin actually had the hats in his garb collection. One was the Elizabethan bonnet, and the other was the black cow. So we got creative with where we sourcing our costumes.
and were you shooting towards a particular era to evoke, or?
Yes and no. The play itself is a recreation of a Shakespearean work. It's sort of a, GregRobin wrote it. The idea of, could he write a play that was written as Shakespeare had written it? So the time period is set in the play in probably 16th century. But to rustle up a 16th century Italian costume takes a little bit of effort. That's not an inconsiderable kind of gown or garb or outfit to wear. So, we kept in mind, we kind of kept that time period in mind, but didn't strictly recreate it. I think what was more important was trying to recreate social class, indicators of social class, something that would show, what was the social class of the various players, especially as they moved into one another. Because social class and shifting classes is a theme that is very strong throughout the play. So, keeping in mind things like colors, historic colors, who was more likely to wear what kind of nice fabric, that sort of thing. So rather than strictly going for a historic look, it was, reminiscent of that. So,
Thank you, Megan.
you're welcome.